So there's 3 waterfalls on Koh Kood. However, the Khlong Chau waterfall is the biggest and most popular. So you'll often see tour groups here that are brought by songtaus from their resort hotels. There's actually 15 people here now, so not too bad for the height of tourist season here in January. However, it looks like the flow is relatively low because I've seen pictures where it's much stronger flow coming over the falls. And it looks like during periods of higher flow there is a cave where you can go behind the waterfall. Right now, mellow flow. There is a swimming hole. It's deep enough to swim in. There are some cool rope swings, and looks like possibly when the water level is higher and when there's higher flow there might be a cliff jump. I'm not 100% sure on that. It looks pretty slippery at the midway point of that waterfall there. So there's 2 other waterfalls that people know about on the island. So hopefully we're going to go check those out. The Khlong Yai Kee Waterfall used to be known as the hidden waterfall or secret waterfall here on Koh Kood. Up until a couple years ago, the only way to get to it was kind of a rugged hike up the creek bed, which would have been fun for me. However, now they have a road that goes all the way here. They have parking. They have like a homestay guest house with a restaurant there. So opened it up for more tourists to be able to come here. So you can see, again, because it's peak season, hasn't rained in a while, this waterfall also reduced to a trickle. However, the cool thing is we get to see the secrets. Just like the other one, this one has a little cave that during high flow would allow you to crawl behind the waterfall there. So there's some kind of animal making a low groaning sound. I'm not sure if they have monkeys here, but I think there might be a bunch of monkeys in these trees above the waterfall here. Kind of sounds like a turkey, but I don't think turkeys can climb trees. So it's probably not a turkey. They say that you can swim here, that there's usually a good swimming hole here. However, right now, looking pretty stagnant, not too enticing compared to that crystal clear water at the beach. I'd really like to see this in a little bit higher flow. Nothing too crazy, nothing like monsoon conditions or anything like that, but this would have been quite the hidden gem to discover several years ago before they built that road there. Hiking up the river to see what you could find, and then you come across this beautiful waterfall. I'm a little bit bummed that they built the road, because now just any Joe Schmo can come here, and before you had to be a little more adventurous. Further downstream, looks like there's a lot of opportunities for boulder hopping and rock scrambling to explore some hidden gems, possibly downstream. Before we leave, we might have to take a stroll that way and get a little infamous. The Khlong Yai Kee is the last waterfall, or the 3rd waterfall on the island. I haven't been to that one yet, so let's go check it out now. So like all the other waterfalls we've seen here on Koh Kood this time of year in January, not the greatest flow. However, I will say this water looks the most enticing to jump into as opposed to the other 2 that we've seen. It's a lot more clear. Looks like based on these rock cairns on the top, you can get above this, so I wonder if there's another swimming hole on top. Let's go see if we can find that. Not really much going on above that waterfall. However, definitely in higher flow, this is a nice little swimming hole here. Question is, can you get up this way in higher flow? So I decided to do a little exploring downstream of that waterfall. Actually pretty nice canyon here. Nothing too big in terms of drops, nothing that would need to be repelled yet, but it's a little more interesting than above the waterfall. A deeper gorge cut out of the rock. I'm just gonna follow this for a little longer and see where it goes. This is cool. This is the type of stuff that I love. Oh. I mean, eventually this is going to go to the ocean. But how long is that trip? I always gotta double check the time, make sure I can get back before dark. That has been a problem in the past. Sounds like I hear a little movement. Might be another waterfall, like cascade drop right up there. Just gonna go up there, take a look, then probably head back and maybe hit a beach near here for a quick swim before sunset. That's a nice pool. I mean, this is no problem. It's probably not too slippery. Question always is safety versus documentation. Can I jump onto that boulder and climb it with one free hand? And the answer to that is no. This is an interesting area. Some nice big rocks and then nice big pool here. However, if you hear that sound in the background, somebody's running a pump, pumping all the water out of here. I guess that's where they get their fresh water from. I mean, this waterfall, I would imagine, has to be spring fed. Hasn't rained in a while to my knowledge, so interesting that they are running a pump here. I wonder where that water's going. Is it going to one dude's house? Is it going to like a municipal water holding area? Is Nestle here pumping the water out like they're doing in so many other places? Who knows? My money's probably on Nestle. If Nestle found out about this, they would be here stealing the water, guaranteed. I don't think it's Nestle though, because it's such a small pump. If it was Nestle, like this whole thing would be gone. Enough about that. Let's go back up to the scooter and catch a ride to the beach.
Infamous.